Let's hit it. What's going on, everyone? It's Greg from East Coast Eyes, and today we're doing a highly requested review. These are the Caddix Cleats. Here they are right here. We just lost a Nike. Nice box. So I had seen these on Instagram, and I think they do a pretty good job on social. It's a new cleat brand, which caught my eye because you don't see those that often. There's not a lot of niche cleat brands out there. You've pretty much got New Balance, Nike, and Adidas. So it caught my eye for the color and also the selling points. Turns out the guy who runs it lives right around the corner from the office, is a big football guy. They're really trying to grow in football, but also lacrosse. So got in touch, he dropped a pair off, and we bumped it up the review schedule because so many people were requesting to know more about them. So Cadx, you can see right there. I should have asked him what that means because I do not know. And then right here it says cleats for your knees. So that's the basic concept here, and we'll get into what they call smart studs in a second. So let's open these bad boys up. They do cost $225, which is definitely more expensive. I don't think they're hiding that. I don't think that's a surprise. There's some actual benefit and technology here that you're paying for. Most other cleats, like Carson, what'd you pay for these? 150, so that's what I found. New freezes between 130 and 150. So they are more expensive, but again, this is an investment in your well-being. I personally had a meniscus tear in high school. They took it out. It bothers me to this day. Pat, who shares the office right here, had 3 ACL tears in college, and now I feel like every time someone's suiting up in football or lacrosse, it's always like in the back of their mind, like they could have an ankle injury, a knee injury, something I'm thinking about a lot as I get older, and have almost thought about switching to turf shoes because I'm afraid of wearing cleats on turf, because I think that's what's happening with Achilles tears, ACL tears. They're just so common now because people are so much bigger, faster, and stronger. So anyway, their goal is to reduce that, take that out of the back of your mind. Changes here. Now your scariest opponent on the field won't be your cleats. Basically like taking the fear out of the back of your mind. So let's take a look at these. They have a high or a mid and a low. These are the mids, and then they have black and white, and they also have men's and women's, and they recommend you go a half size up. So I'm a 10.5, these are an 11 because they have a little bit more padding throughout the foot than your average cleat will. Like Winston, you wore these, there's almost nothing to the toe of this. And same thing with these. So this is your standard cleat. This is a Nike Vapor. And this is what it looks like on the base plate. So you can definitely feel the weight difference right off the bat. The Vapor is an extremely light cleat. This has, I think, a little bit of a heavier base plate and also a little bit more padding, but pretty similar stud pattern. But we'll jump right into the tech. These are what they call smart studs, and the whole idea here is that they're able to move, making your foot release from the turf more easily, so you're not getting caught in the turf and potentially have rotational based injuries. So you've got a standard front toe and then a standard heel plate, and then these 6 in the middle can rotate. That's not like unscrewing them. They don't unscrew. They literally can rotate. And then they also have what I would say maybe like a 1/4 inch of flex in each direction. So that's making it, I guess they don't dig and they release more easily. I think it's a really cool technology. It's really smart. I haven't seen anything like this before. Again, a niche cleat brand is a really cool thing, and I give them a lot of credit. It's not easy to design a cleat from scratch, especially when you're trying to incorporate your own technology into it. They look really nice. I like the blue-green. It's predominantly white except for the base plate, so I don't think it's gonna mess with too many team colors. Maybe eventually they'll come out with cleats that are just all white, all black, more plain. But for right now, I think they're trying to get the same thing that some other brands have, where when you see it on the field, you know immediately what cleat you're looking at because they're so different. So, I know I'm not a scientist or an engineer, but this seems to make sense to me. If they can move, they will release from the turf more easily. So they did say that they did speed tests with college athletes, and they found that even though they're a little heavier, they were actually faster in these cleats because the foot was releasing from the turf more easily. So not a lot of effect on traction, but more safety for your knees. Looking at the rest of the cleat above the base plate, you've got a pretty normal looking cleat. I mean, without the branding, you could easily mistake this for the latest Hirachi. It's got the ankle sleeve on the mids with the double pull tabs, pretty nice laces, nice finish here, some nice details. So it looks like a high-end cleat, passes the look test. Certainly if they'd attach the technology to something ugly and uncomfortable, they would not be finding success. And so far they've got Todd Heap, Joe Flacco, as Ravens fans here. Those are big guys for us. They, I believe, are involved in the company, both development, investing, and promoting it. So they're big in football, and I think this makes a lot of sense for lacrosse. Almost got away from me there. It makes a lot of sense for lacrosse as well. So we'll go out to the turf, give these a little bit of a run, let you guys know how they fit, how they feel, and then just also how the grip feels. I will say it's a very stiff plate, but I think people like a stiff plate. A lot of like bounce, you know?
Good return.
There's some companies that make a stiff insole just so you get that like
Return.
bounce. I will say I dropped a 25-pound plate on my foot this morning, so it might hurt. I don't know, that went pretty easily.
Actually looked kind of good too.
It feels really good. 11 is definitely the right call for me to pretend to have my toes like right here. It's not too snug. Nike cleats always hurt my feet. These feel great. That's nice. The foot I dropped the weight on. Oh, it really hurts. Not their fault. That's my fault. This is a problem.
Oh, I heard that. Rolling around.
Yeah. I don't know. They don't feel heavy at all on my feet. They feel good. I don't really feel any differences. They just feel really comfortable. I actually like the extra padding, the extra thickness.
Oh my.
I don't know, they feel nice.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Is it racing easier?
I don't think it feels any different. Now I'm used to freeze cleats, which are like a death trap for the turf.
Yeah.
But they don't feel any different on traction than the freezes do. They feel nice. They feel good. Really good. We'll go for the cost of the help.
That's good enough.
Yeah. Okay, in conclusion, I probably will play in these next time I play. I don't notice any difference in traction. They look good, they're really comfortable, and I feel safer. I like them. I'm almost out of breath. Feed me, course.